Hello and welcome to Qualitative 2013 in Valencia. Delighted to be joined by Mark Hirst. Mark, thank you very much for joining me. Do you first of all want to give a little introduction to yourself?
Yeah, my name's Mark Hirst. I'm Engagement Director at Chime Insight and Engagement. Basically, that's involved in getting insights into client organisations. So we're here today doing a little project for ESOMAR. We're working alongside them, looking at people coming into the research industry, what attracts them to come in, how do they find it when they get in there, and what they think about the way that the research industry is pitching itself out to new entrants that want to maybe interested in coming into the research world.
Yeah, so you interviewed me about an hour or so ago, kind of asked me some testing questions about how I ended up in the research industry. Do you want to kind of go into a little bit of more depth about what you're looking to achieve?
Yeah, I mean, what we're looking to try and do is get everybody to understand why people want to come into research. I think a lot of what we've found so far has been that people tend to, and their words, fall into the research industry. Lots of people do. I did, everybody else did, and there's nothing bad about that. What we're trying to say is we want to make it more, path out a career for people so they can understand what their expectations are for a career in research, so they can come into it and know where they're at on that roadmap and what support development they need as they develop their career, so that it's planned. And there's no harm in jumping around and falling into things, but actually if you understand it before you come into that, it's going to be far easier for people. So for instance, a lot of graduates leave university, they're approached by the big consultancies, banks, large manufacturing companies. Very rare we find anybody that's seen anybody from a research background to that. People that tend to know about it is because they've either seen somebody that's inspired them, maybe as part of their course when they've done statistics or something around that, or they've been involved in anthropology as part of their degree and really can see the benefit and think, I really like this, where can I apply that? But most people tend to come across research themselves in their job and think, actually, I'd quite like that, I wouldn't mind doing that. And so it's more helping people to understand what's coming up and guide graduates into the organisation, into the industry.
So this has come about through a kind of a lack of graduates going into the market research industry. Is this kind of like a problem that you're addressing? Would you describe it as a problem?
We get plenty of graduates coming into the industry. I think it's as much trying to get the right people in. So some people come in and don't like it and go off because they're not clear what it was like when they came in. So I think the industry sees a drop off of people once they come in, and maybe they work the other way, if you like. They work on a marketing project and they actually think, I quite like that, I'm going to go off and do that, which is fine. There's trade-offs between doing that, but I think it's to try and help everybody get the people that want to work in research into research earlier so they can develop their career from day one and have a clear path about what they're doing, but also to help people who maybe don't want, who actually think it's not for me, to understand that at an earlier stage. So it's about driving action for the industry. We've been here at ESOMAR to hear about research should drive action. What we believe is this work will produce a report and hopefully some conference papers next year so we can get people engaged. So for instance, the type of ideas lots of people have come up with is attending university careers days and things around that, being there and represented at the things like that. Another big thing has been a lot of other industries have big personalities that set up as role models or as case studies about what you can get from working in this industry. We have a few superstars in there, but that's more happened organically and just happened rather than it being designed that way and actually having these different people to do. So it's that's one of the things we're trying to do, and we're still halfway through, so it's listening to what people have said, the good ideas that people have got, and it's just interesting to get that feedback.
Yeah, well, it's something I can certainly relate to as a kind of younger person in the industry that's just gotten into the industry. Mark, thank you very much for joining me, and I wish you the best of luck with your data collection.
Thank you very much. Cheers.